Welcome back to the channel. I am the Maze Madman. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. Today, we are talking some possible bad news for Michigan football recruiting, and I'm upset. I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little girl them. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Before I get into what I'm upset about, let's talk about some brighter news. Apparently, there is a strong position battle taking place in fall camp, as a former elite four-star safety prospects Zeke Berry and Keon Sabbagh are battling it out for that backup safety position. It is a heated battle at this point. As I said, both former four stars, highly recruited, highly touted. You may remember Keon Sabbagh originally committed to the Clemson Tigers, but after Venerables took the Oklahoma job, flipped his commitment to the Wolverines. It really came down to the Wolverines and Clemson at the end in his recruitment, and he chose the Wolverines. So I'll keep you posted as this develops, but exciting to hear a couple young guys on the Michigan defense starting to step up and really challenge for some playing time. Excellent news. Young guys in the backfield, in the defensive backfield, that is, of course, outside of Mr. Will Johnson, the freshman All-American. That is, of course. Now let's get to what we're here for. Michigan is on the verge of losing the Smith twins. You heard me right. Jacob and Jarrett Smith both have been predicted to flip their commitment to the Kentucky Wildcats. This is very interesting and a developing story. The Kentucky Wildcats have now been favored to land both Jarrett and Jacob Smith. You may remember after the commitment of Jarrett Smith, Michigan's class moved up to the number one position, according to 24/7. This would definitely hurt, especially coming on the heels of the Elias Rudolph flip, which was another four-star edge who flipped his commitment to Miami. Jarrett Smith is the older twin, or the older twin. I think he's obviously the firstborn twin, but he's a four-star defensive lineman ranked 250 in the country and number one in the state of Kentucky now. However, his twin brother, Jacob, the edge rusher, 270 in the country and the number two player now in the state of Kentucky. If Michigan lost both of those commits, that would effectively take the class ranking down to around 10, which after riding so high in the spring, this would really suck and be a big blow to Michigan's class ranking and to just the recruiting efforts that Michigan really put in. They put in a lot of hard work in the spring and things were rolling, but momentum is a real thing. After Michigan kept getting all the recruits they wanted until Aaron Childs made the decision to commit to Florida, which then sparked a chain reaction of people or of recruits that were Michigan leans going elsewhere, including Darian Mayo, including Boo Carter, and now with the flip of Elias Rudolph, looks like it has sparked another chain reaction, another adverse reaction, in this case of current commits in the 2024 class flipping to other universities. Obviously, I'm going to keep you posted as more information becomes available. At the time of the recording of this here video, both Smith twins remain in the Michigan class of 24. However, things change quickly. We know that, and it could be that before I'm even done recording here, that both flip their commitments to the Wildcats. The Wildcats are an interesting proposition here, an interesting team here, because That is also where some rumblings have started to occur for Michigan target, another edge target along the defensive line, Brian Robinson, who was a long time Wolverine. You know, it looked like the Wolverines had the lead in his recruitment, and all of a sudden, you know, things started to happen. You started to hear some whispers, and then boom, you know, he doesn't commit when they thought he would after his official, and it looks like Kentucky has picked up some momentum in that recruitment. Not to say that they weren't always in it, but to overtake the Wolverines, it has become very interesting in a sticky situation. But I will update you as more information becomes available. Let's talk about it in the comment section. What do you think is sparking these decommits, or flips rather? It's not a decommit, but these flips. Well, I guess it would be a decommit if they flip. Yeah. So what do you think is sparking these? Is there some news on the horizon? I saw some people talk about maybe Harbaugh wouldn't be there next season. I've got no indication that is the case. I expect Jim Harbaugh to be there next season, but you never know. Obviously, he's going to skate on that 4-game suspension that he had worked out with the NCAA this year. Who knows what they try to come back for next year, and maybe he doesn't want to deal with that. But it is an interesting situation, to say the least. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Michigan on the verge of losing the Smith twins. And on that note, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna calm down, son. I just don't get that all that mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
and how the